in the dark of night.
Hidden away on his isolated Gatton property, Eric walked toiled away, making a new base for the tray of his beloved ute. But the angle grinder exploded, slicing Eric through his jaw, neck, collarbone and lung.
Like if you kicked a four-wheeling drum or something like that, it just went boom, and then I went this.
Eric knew he would die if he didn't try to get help. Bleeding profusely, the grandfather of 9 got in his ute and drove slowly down the road with the blade still in his chest.
I could feel the pain then, it really set in.
Just minutes before losing consciousness, Eric pulled up at a nearby piggery, waving frantically to attract attention.
I did, at one stage I thought about driving further on, but if I did, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have made it. I only just made it as it was.
Ambulance crews started working on Eric until Careflight arrived. On a local school oval with a crowd of concerned locals watching on, Careflight's doctor and paramedic took control.
Without Careflight there to take us to the scene that day and be able to provide those advanced skills, it's really clear that Eric would have had a much worse outcome. At the time we got there, he was really very close to dying, and it's unlikely that he would have survived to be a happy functioning person without the level of care we were able to provide there.
It was touch and go. And he did say early in the piece, he said, I thought we'd lost you twice. And that's a lot. But that ad hits me every night now. The next life we save could be yours.
Christy Wheeland was almost 9 months pregnant when the devastating 2011 January floods hit, and their semi-rural property was completely cut off by floodwaters.
I was 15 days early. I still wasn't due to have Callum for another 15 days, so I thought, oh, never once did I think that I was going to go into labour. I think it really hit me when I thought, okay, my waters have just broken, now what?
With emergency services cut off by rising water, husband Andy had no choice but to deliver baby Callum in the family bathroom.
When we heard the chopper, I froze. I was literally motionless. I couldn't move. I was just in the middle of the lounge room just looking at Callum, just going, wow, they're coming to save us. They're coming to save us, you know. We're just normal people doing our everyday thing, and something happens to you and all of a sudden you need rescuing.
But Christy and Andy were still desperate to get to hospital and make sure mother and baby were healthy.
You just felt the emotion sort of just race through your body. It's an amazing feeling, it really is.
I think we take for granted the fact that, you know, we can go about our everyday lives, and I don't think anybody wants to be in a situation where they need to be rescued as such, but sometimes you don't have a choice, you know, and we didn't have a choice that day, so, and if they weren't there to help us, we don't know what could have happened.
By my side, by my side, I wish you were.
I remember racing down the road, and after the 10-kilometre mark I can't remember anything actually, and it was at the 19-kilometre mark that I was believed to have had the crash and hit a pothole, supposedly.
Brenton Jones was competing in a road race in Toowoomba in 2011 when he sustained a serious head injury that nearly claimed the young riding champion's life.
I went over the handlebars like Superman at about 60 kilometres an hour, so I'm very lucky I can't remember any of the accident, because that sounds pretty scary.
Thankfully, Careflight were able to land at the scene and administer emergency life-saving care to the 19-year-old.
I'd just like to say a big thank you to everyone who attended my accident, all the crew, all the staff, all the people around Careflight on that day of the crash. Thanks for saving my life. Thank you for saving me.
No matter who you are, we're here to help you day or night, whenever you need us.
Sickness and tragedy don't discriminate. Some of the sights we see are extremely confronting, and as a father and husband, it is almost impossible to not be affected.
In the dark of night, these faces, they haunt me. Well, I wish you were so close to me. Yes, I wish you were by my side.